So, I want to tell you a quick story, personal story. When I was a kid, I used to go roller skating once a month with the local youth group that I was involved in. And one night before we went roller skating, my parents bought us some pizza. I think it might have been extra cheese. And anyways, I was really hungry and excited, and I just mound down on the pizza. And next thing you know, I began to choke on the pizza. And people were kind of freaking out because I was like turning, pale or a different color or something, and people thought that I was in trouble. And the next thing I know, my mom stuck her finger down my throat and yanked that piece of pizza cheese right out of my mouth. And I know that because I had a scratch like way down, somewhere down my throat from her fingernail. And anyways, one thing I realized at some point growing up was that sometimes being an adult is kind of tough, and sometimes you'll try to do something that you're excited about and you really want it, and then somebody will come along and try to piss in your Wheaties, or they'll try to crap on your Nikes, right, so to speak. They'll mock you, or they'll send you a rejection message socially. They'll try to punish you for making a good choice. Instead of applauding you, they are using an opposite behavior shaping skill. They're trying to make you feel shame or guilt or fear for having done something good for you, something that was legal, safe, constructive, right? It had a positive impact. And so it's important that when you start to find yourself choking on someone's trollish behavior, on someone's social rejection of you for doing something that's actually good, I want you to be able to grab that shit and pull it right out. Don't let that in. Don't swallow that down into your spirit because it's not good for you. And why this matters, right? Because you don't want to be like that person who's envying you, right? They call it the green-eyed monster because it's not something that's a normal pro-human thing to do. It's kind of like reptilian, no offense to any reptilians out there, if there's any watching, but it's kind of like cold-blooded, like a lizard might be, right? And it shows a lack of warmth and care for the others, a lack of empathy. And the problem is that if you internalize that type of rejecting, mocking commentary, it might actually derail you from continuing to move toward your goal. And so you don't want to give it the time of day. So how are you going to do this, right? What you can do is what I call check in with S.A.S.Q.U.A.C.H. That's right, S.A.S.Q.U.A.C.H like Bigfoot. S.A.S.Q.U.A.C.H. Socially appropriate standards of behavior. Are you engaging in something that's a socially appropriate standard of behavior? It's legal, it's safe, it's moral or righteous, or you could say it has a positive impact socially and emotionally on yourself and on others. And it's even good for the environment, let's say. You check in with all those things and you're good, that's a good sign. What's next? S.A.S.Q.U.A. Question your assumptions. Is there something you might have been doing that you thought was good, but maybe it's not good? You just check in for a second. No, there's evidence in my circumstances that reveal that what I'm doing is good. And finally, S.A.S.Q.U.A.C.H. Check your habits. Are you in the habit of normally doing something that would be mockable or rejection worthy? No. Then who's this person that's trying to reject you? And what's up with this joker? So if you pass the S.A.S.Q.U.A.C.H check-in test, you're good to go. And the benefit of doing that is that you will continue to stay on track toward your goals. You'll continue to be the empowered person that you're becoming, and you won't become like this envious hater, troll, right? Because people who hate are people that are full of hate, and they're full of shame, and they're full of self-loathing. They hate themselves, and they're projecting it onto you because you're doing something awesome. You're being yourself, and you're doing it in an excellent way, in a way that is clicking off all the tasks of the action that you're trying to achieve, the goal you're trying to achieve, the vision you're trying to actualize. And it makes them envious. They get envious because they get demoralized. They feel bad about themselves, but they don't want to own that they're the ones choosing to stay stuck in a state of complacency, right? They know they're making a poor choice, and they've chosen to just live in their own poopiness, right? They're wallowing in their own shit. And they want you to act like them so that they don't have to be accountable for their behavior. So they don't have to be reminded that they're choosing less for themselves. I know I was a person like that. I've been a person like that. And hopefully I will choose not to go back to being like that. I want to replace my state of complacency with a state of faith and the belief that I can achieve what I set my mind to. All right, I hope you have a great day and a great life.